Hi, I'm Connor Cody. If you follow Talking Wolves for all the Wolves news this season.
Hello everybody, welcome back to Talking Wolves. We're back today with a brand new video. It's going to be buy, loan or pass. I think that's the name that someone commented in one of the buy, sell, keep videos. So that's what we're going to be doing, and hopefully you guys enjoy it today. Make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Obviously the best Wolves fan channel out there at the moment. As you can see around me, I'm joined with 4 other members of Talking Wolves. We've got the old gold and black. Tom, how's it going?
Hello, very good, thanks.
Good. We've got Finners.
Hello.
We've got Matt Cooper.
How's it going?
And we've got Ewan. How's it going, Ewan?
What's good?
Good. So yeah, what we're going to be doing today, we've got a list of the transfer rumours. Not every player. I've probably missed out a few players that we've been linked with over this transfer window. And very quickly, hopefully we're going to squeeze it all into one video. Just give our thoughts whether we'd buy the player, maybe have a season loan, or whether we'd just say no and not have the player. Quickly though, guys, there was someone that tweeted us today who says, asking if you guys feel that we're going to do much more business. Obviously, Wolves, if they confirm the rumoured players of Bolly, Jota and Afobe joining, we've already spent in excess of 35 million. Quickly, if we go around the room, how much more money do you think Wolves are going to spend? Ewan, we're going to kick off with you. Do you think Wolves will spend a lot more money?
Yeah, they'll at least double that, in my opinion, at least.
Double. Matt?
Yeah, definitely. Well, I don't know. All she said initially at the start of the season, 50 to 60 million, then we'll utilise the loan market, but I can see me being wrong about that, and hopefully I am, in the positive way, obviously.
Yeah, Finn, what do you reckon?
Yeah, I reckon double it. So maybe, 35 it'll be reaching with the loans.
Yeah.
So maybe another 50. We've got almost the squad that we've had for the championship season. Then we probably need, 3 or 4 more, maybe 5. So it could be reaching double 50, something like that.
Fair play. And Tom?
Yeah, I was making some notes beforehand. I've got us down to make 9 signings over the summer, which would probably take us to around about 80 or 90 million. Whether those signings would be permanent, all of them, I don't know, but there'd certainly be considerable spending in the summer.
Okay, fair play. And I think, I probably agree with you there. So I think it was Matt, off the top of my head, who tweeted in. So yeah, there's your answer, Matt. But yeah, we'll kick off now with the goalkeepers. I've got 4 goalkeepers that Wolves have been rumoured with. Obviously looking to either give Joe Hart competition or to be the number 1 next season. Again, we'll go around the room. Ewan, buy, take or leave Jack Butland. What do you reckon?
Jack Butland's, in my opinion, the best keeper in the country at the moment. Really good shot stopper. Obviously, he's had a poor season really since he's come back from his injury. I do think he's solid though. I'd definitely take him, but 35 million is what the rumoured price is, and I think that's quite a bit of money, especially for a goalkeeper. So it's one of them.
Matt, what do you reckon?
I don't think England are blessed with great goalkeepers at the minute. I'd probably say Pickford's just ahead of him. Obviously, we couldn't go for him, but no, not for 35 million. If the deal was right and say about 20 million pounds, I'd probably say yeah, because there is a good goalkeeper in there. But obviously, been playing at Stoke, the defence has been rubbish. But I think someone bigger than us will take him if the asking price is lowered. But I'd definitely take him.
Yeah, Finn, what do you reckon?
Yeah, I'm the same. I'd take him, but for that price, if money was no object, you'd take him any day. Also, if Ewan was me, you would have dropped the interviewed him. How have you not done that? That was
yeah.
You've got to be. He's your best mate.
Yeah.
Get him just because he's Ewan's mate.
You mates with you, we can get him on Talking Wolves. Yeah. Tom, what do you think about Butland?
I do think that from the other goalkeepers that we've been linked with, bar the long shots like Rui Patricio, I think Butland's probably the best of the ones that have been linked. And with him being still very young, and he didn't have a good season last season, but I think the injury that he had has impacted on that. So personally, again, to echo everybody else, if the deal was right, I wouldn't pay any more than £20 million for him. But he's got potential to become England's number 1, and I think 35 million, if you can command. If it was a Wolves goalkeeper, we would of course be commanding that sort of fee if we were in the Championship.
Yeah, I think, agree with what you all say. We know his quality's there. Fee's a bit excessive. I think at the moment he's sort of odds on to join Liverpool, but we are second favourites at the moment. So
maybe we can get
even
Karius.
after. Yeah, well, I've actually seen a few people say to me, I reckon we'll get carriers, but touch wood at the moment, I've seen nothing linked. So, yeah. Moving on quickly again, another English goalkeeper, Ewan, Joe Hart.
Yeah, I think obviously he's had a tough sort of 24 months, not really 12.
Yeah.
I think. I do think he could thrive under Nuno, though. I think Nuno could give him a bit of confidence, but I just couldn't see this one happening, really. I think he'll probably go to another sort of mid-table team. I don't think he'll get in the top team anymore, but I don't really see us going for him.
Yeah, Matt?
No, I wouldn't take him. I believe that Sporting have identified him as their number one target once Patricio's gone to Napoli, which you're probably about to go on to. No, he's past his confidence, his shot. Not for me.
Finn?
Yeah, I saw. Was that Alex's tweet, Matt? I saw that earlier.
Yeah,
with
I think
Patricio
so,
going. His heart's probably going there, and yeah, that sort of transfer cycle that we see all the time. One player going leads to another one. I don't see us being a part of this one really with Patricio and Hart. And I take Patricio. I'm sorry if we've moved down the list a bit quick, but I wouldn't take Hart.
That's
no.
right. And Tom, what do you reckon?
I don't think that Joe Hart would want to come to Wolves because we can't offer him guaranteed number one slot at the moment because I don't think he's better than John Ruddy, to be honest.
God,
Fair enough. For me, it'd be an interesting one. I think I wouldn't sign him permanently. If the loan was there, I may well take up that option. It might be a different story. I mean, if we have such a solid defensive display this season, which is unlikely to be fair, if we're all being honest, because of the attacks that we're going to come up against in the Premier League, it might have been an option. But yeah, as it looks like maybe he's on his way out, probably to America, or as you say, Sporting has been linked today as well. We've talked about him a little bit, Rui Patricio, so we may as well move on to him. Obviously been at Sporting all his career, over 300 appearances, but it looks like now he's moving on due to a few problems there. It looks like he's joining Napoli, but Wolves were linked. Ewan, would you have taken him if obviously he was available? I think
100%.
Rumoured fee was in and around the same price as Jack Butland as well. It's alright.
Yeah, I'd definitely take him. I think that performance against Portugal alone, sorry, not against Portugal, against France alone in the Euros, against Portugal, what am I saying? Against France, for Portugal in the final. Yeah, that performance alone, I think that just cemented him as a top keeper in my books. And yeah, it looks like he's going to go to Thingy, but yeah, I definitely took him.
Matt?
I don't really know enough about him or seen enough of him play. I saw the game against France and he was brilliant. And by all what Alex Goncalves says, he's a very good goalkeeper. But I don't think what's happened at Sporting's helped. Obviously, a load of fan trouble, storming the training ground, caving people's heads in. We probably get that down the Molyneux, to be fair. But I would have taken him, but it looks like he's on his way to Napoli, so all the best, really.
Yeah. Finn, I'd imagine you've got the same sort of answer.
Yeah. The promoted team getting, what, is he Portugal's number one? That'd be, obviously, we'd take him any day.
Good. And Tom?
Yeah, somebody on one of my videos commented saying that a Portuguese person viewed him as one of the top 10 goalkeepers in the world. So if we could have signed somebody like that, that would have just blown every other Premier League team out of the water.
Decent. And there was one other, well, saying the same as you, I would have taken him, obviously. I know I didn't, I gave you guys a quick list or quick rundown before the video of who we were going to mention. There was one goalkeeper that I've just thought of, Jose Sarr, that's currently at Porto. That I've seen a lot of people talk about saying they want, but imagine half the people have said that I've never even seen him play before, and just like his beard. Have any of you got any knowledge of... would any of you have any knowledge on Jose Sarr, or are you?
Well, I've just clicked on his Wikipedia page, and it's the first time I've ever seen his face, and it looks like his top half of his head and his bottom half of his head belong to different people. Aside from that, I know nothing about him.
Does he look like a lovely lad?
No, he doesn't actually. He looks like Fred from the Ring Road.
Wow.
Yeah, I have seen a few, but to be honest, I honestly don't think he's any better than John Ruddy from what I've seen and what I've heard. Obviously, Casillas is a different class, who's been the number one at Porto, but Sarr's had a good run in the team this year. If any Portuguese fans are watching the video and want to correct me, then feel free, but I don't think he'd be a massive step up on what we've already got.
I have seen us linked, and I've heard rumours with Angus Gunn and maybe a season-long loan from, because he's at Man City and he's been on loan at Norwich.
I would take him. He is a very good goalkeeper.
Yeah, I think
I'd have that. Yeah.
I do think he'll represent England at senior level as well. And of course, his dad's Brian Gunn as well, ex-keeper. Yeah. I have seen that, but I don't know. I don't think we'll strengthen the keepers, because that means that Burgoyne will have to go. Or Norris will have to go out on loan, or we've got too many keepers really. Someone's going to have to go.
I think we've been linked with too many goalkeepers for us to not be signing one. I think.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens. We'll go on to the final goalkeeper now quickly. Again, this is probably an unlikely one. Been linked with the likes of Atletico Madrid, Arsenal. It's the Leverkusen goalkeeper Bernd Leno. Now again, he's over in the Bundesliga. He's one of the top goalkeepers over there. I'm not sure how much you guys know about him, but Ewan, would you have taken him based on what you've heard?
Yeah, I mean, he fits in a brilliant hybrid team on FIFA as well. Top player. I think he's class. I can't see it though. Like you said, with some of the big guys trying to go in for him, and he's only 26 as well, so he's pretty much coming into his twilight years. Well, he's still really young for a keeper, so that'll be a top class signing for anyone. But yeah, I don't think it's going to be us, unfortunately. Yeah. But I would take it.
Yeah, I'd take it, but it ain't going to be us.
Yeah,
same.
Yeah, that's for everyone. He's in the German national team this year as well, so it'll be interesting to see how that goes. We'll move on to the defenders now. We haven't been linked with a lot of defenders, to be honest. But one that we have been linked with over the last couple of weeks or so is a right back from Valencia, I believe, João Cancelo. He was on loan at Inter Milan last year. But I know some big teams have looked at him previously. Again, our knowledge may well be a bit limited on this, but I think it was about 15 or 18 million euros off the top of my head for this one. Ewan, from what you've heard, what do you reckon about Cancelo?
Yeah, to be honest, I hadn't really heard much about him, so I did look him up, and it looks like he can play as a right back and as a right winger. So maybe like more of a right wing back would be good. He looks good, and he's only 24, so it fits in with the whole young and hungry thing that Fosun wants. So maybe. Yeah.
And of course, good competition for Doxy. I'd be very surprised if we don't sign a right-sided defender.
If we signed him, he'd play over Doxy. I think he's tremendous. Oh
yeah, of course.
I mean, I know United are linked with him, but they've been linked with every right back under the sun.
I saw that. Yeah,
they're going for.
They've gone for Diogo Dalot, haven't they, from Porto?
Dalot, yeah.
So that might open it up for us. But I think any Porto players ours. No,
I know. I was gutted
with
that
Leicester
really
good signing if we could get him, but I don't think we will. But then we said that about Neves, and it happens. So, or Neves, if you've seen that previous videos.
Cancelo.
What do you reckon then, Finn? Cancelo, would you take him? Take him?
Same as what you were saying about Leno. I think I had him in a hybrid last year, and then I thought, this guy's pretty decent. Sorry, he was Portuguese, so I did know of him. And then when you see teams like Man United sniffing around him, there must be something about him. I just know he's very quick. I think Doc would be a more physical player. He looked very small and delicate, but seems to be very, very able. And I saw Man United for like 30 million or something. So we'd be stupid if we're a promoted championship team like turning our nose up at someone like that. So if it's possible, then every day of the week.
Tom, do you know much about him?
No, not really. But again, like it's been mentioned, we do need to strengthen in both wing back positions. So it wouldn't surprise me if we did go and sign a first team, somebody to replace Doherty and Douglas. I think in both of these positions.
One player that I've not mentioned, and we won't touch on it too much, but every now and then I look at the odds on players joining which clubs. And one player that's always been favourite to join Wolves, but it's never really been mentioned, is Ryan Bertrand to join Wolves. And I've not seen it really mentioned. I've not seen it mentioned in the press at all. But he's stayed throughout the whole summer as favourite to join Wolves on Sky Bet. So
I'd seriously take him.
He's brilliant. Bertrand is quality. I don't see why.
Especially if Southampton got relegated.
Yeah,
you'd be.
I think that rumour would be for most Premier League clubs, to be honest.
Yeah, I can't see that.
It'll be interesting. We'll move quickly on to the midfielders. Obviously, this is probably the position that is the most in demand. I'll start with Renato Sanch. Is that how we pronounce it? Sanch, yeah.
Thanks, Alex.
A slight rumour of that, of him joining Wolves. Nothing too concrete on that at the moment, but we did discuss it on our little interview with Alex Goncalves. But Ewan, Sanchez, or Sanch rather, didn't have the strongest of seasons as Swansea, but there's obviously some sort of quality there, isn't there?
Yeah, I think I'd take him on a loan, see how he fits in with all the other Portuguese guys, especially Jota and Cav and Costa. I think Nuno could probably get the best out of him, like others have said. So yeah, potentially take him on loan.
Matt?
Yeah, I'd probably do the same, but I think he's going to Benfica. Sorry.
Gotta ruin everything.
Sorry, yeah. I think he's going back to Benfica, maybe on loan.
I think a year, a year, like for him personally, that a year back in Portugal probably do him a bit of good. Finn?
Yeah, for him, probably better for him to go back to Benfica, as that's where he set the world light, didn't he, to begin with. But selfishly, I would take him on loan. If you look at, like, compared to Swansea last year, he's got no Portuguese people, he's got Paul Clement as a manager, and like I think we could do a lot more with him, with all the Portuguese around him, with the manager. Like, so it is promising, but probably realistically it's best for him to go back to Benfica.
And Tom?
I personally have only seen him play a couple of times, but the first 20 minutes or however long he bothered to stay on the pitch for against us at the Molineux, it was the most embarrassing performance from a professional footballer I've ever seen. He just booted the ball over the bar and went down claiming to hold his hamstring. So he's not the sort of person that at the moment fits into the sort of ethos that Nuno has created. And I think if he goes to Benfica next season and he turns it on, we'll see then. But I don't want, or we can't rely on him changing his whole attitude and stuff for us to succeed.
Fair enough. We'll move on to another, Portuguese-based player, let's say, Yassine Brahimi. Algerian, left-sided player. I think we put this on our Twitter and plenty of people, their mouths are watering over this one. He's a little bit older than some of the players that we've been linked with, but the quality is very, very much there. Ewan, I know you know a little bit about this guy, so Brahimi.
Yeah, I'd 100% take him. I just don't think he would come. I think he'd have better options at the moment, but I'd 100% take him. So fast as well, blimey.
Yeah.
Very skillful player on the ball as well. Yeah, Matt.
He'd fit straight in with us as well, where we play, but can't see him coming to Wolves. I mean, I'd love for him to come, but I don't think it's going to happen.
No.
Finn?
Yeah, I don't think it's going to happen either. One of these, I reckon, is going to get clipped up when we sign one of these unlikely ones. So hopefully it's someone like him. Yeah, so quick, so skillful. It'd be perfect on one of those inside forward roles. But yeah, probably not going to happen.
Tom, do you know a lot about this guy?
No, but can I just throw it back to everybody? Who is he going to come in and replace?
Cavalier.
Yeah, to be fair.
It's well, the thing is, on say for example on the right side you got Cav and Costa, on the left side you got Jota, but sort of let's say no one else as such at the moment. I think I wouldn't be surprised to see us sign another sort of player.
We need to, because
depth for a promote.
But as you say, Tom, if for someone like Brahimi, he's going to be wanting first team football.
But then it does push down Costa or Cavalier or Jota, who themselves have proven first team players for Wolves, and it'd be a shame to not see them.
This will be the interesting thing, I think, over the next couple of years for Wolves. There's going to be players that we're going to be disappointed to sell in general. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think Cav's
part of that roller coaster now.
Yeah, as you say, it's part of that roller coaster.
Yeah.
So yeah, Brahimi, unsure about at the moment. Next one, which is a massive controversial one that I put on social media for the Talking Walls, Jack Wilshere. Now, I've never seen such a divide on a football player when I put this on Facebook and Twitter. Like, there were some people saying yes, and other people saying no, that is like the worst rumour I've ever seen and all that. It's like ridiculous. Wilshere, I'll start off if you guys don't mind. Wilshere, for me, obviously got quality there. I've never been the biggest fan. At times I do feel he's a little bit overrated when people call him at times the best midfielder in England and stuff like that. But there's definitely quality there, and our fitness record this season has been pretty good. If we could sign Wilshere and do that, especially if he's on a free, I think I would take him. Whether it's realistic or not, I would take him. Ewan, what do you think, Jack Wilshere?
Yeah, it's one of them. Like you said, it divides a lot of opinions. I think he's a really good technical midfielder, and I think he probably should have gone to the World Cup, and I think he was unlucky. It's just that fitness. If we can get a top fit Jack Wilshere, then definitely. But it's just a bit of a gamble, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
I think most clubs in the Premier League would take him if he wasn't made out of polished styrene. But I'd take him, even with the injuries, as long as he wasn't demanding ridiculous wages, which I don't think he can in his position. No doubt, he's a fantastic, top quality player, and I think he'd fit well with how we play. But it's keeping him fit, and it's his wage demands. But that rumour is not going away, and with this maybe about signing a Phobe in being best mates,
it'll be interesting. I think at the moment, we were favourites for a time. Everton have just gone ahead of us, but the odds are still pretty high on that. So, and I'd seen him put an Instagram post saying a new chapter, whether that's about obviously Wenger leaving and Emery coming in, or whether that is him moving on. It'll be interesting to see, but it's very much still in the air at the moment. Finn, would you take Wilshere?
Yeah, I probably would. It seems to divide everyone. Divides my household, let alone Twitter. I sometimes Omanara as well. It's whether at the end of the season, if he's played 30 games and we've got him, or he's played 2 and we've gone, well, why have we forked out 80 grand a week or something stupid for him? So it is a risk. Looking at someone like Phil, who's come in this year, we knew he was injury prone, and even our superior medical staff couldn't help him. So but realistically, Jack Wilshere is he probably is one of maybe England's best midfielder. So I think he's unlucky as well, not to have got in. But on my little rant now, I'll stop. I'll bring it to a conclusion. I'll have him.
I wouldn't want to be in your household if the Jack Wilshere argument is dividing. I wouldn't want to disagree with Loz and
Mom,
Tom, what do you reckon?
Jack Wilshere, yes or no? Jack Wilshere, yes or no? Yeah. No.
Oh no! You don't want to disagree with us. Come on now. This is a big no. Tom, what do you reckon?
I'm on the fence, to be honest. I think if he comes in, I won't be angry about it. I think he's got, as you've said, he's a very, very good footballer. It's just the sort of lifestyle thing that worries me a little bit. But I think at the age of 26 now, and perhaps he's had a new baby, hasn't he? So things like that maybe will force him to settle down, and moving out of London as well perhaps might be good for him. You've said as well, I can't believe that he didn't get in this England squad yet.
Me neither.
Did manage to get in for Euro 2016, where he'd played 3 games or if that season. So it's it just shows how clueless Roy Hodgson was.
The thing as well with Wilshere, it's another homegrown player, which could be key. So
it'll be very interesting because I think obviously at the moment we're probably just in and around what we need. But it'll definitely be interesting to see if that's sort of what we need to do. I just hope we don't sign any old English sort of players. So it'll be interesting to see what we do.
I think you might find with Wilshere that you'll have a player so determined to do well that he might set the division on fire, or he could just end his career.
I know Bournemouth really liked him when he was there. Like a few Bournemouth fans said they really wanted him back. So it'll be interesting to see how it is. We'll touch on 2 more quickly at the moment because I'd imagine we don't know a lot about them. Georgian de Arrascaeta from Brazil, playing for Cruzeiro, I believe, and De Souza, who plays for Fenerbahce. Both midfielders linked. I've heard decent things about both of those, especially De Arrascaeta, but I'd imagine you guys, again, probably haven't heard as much as I have. But Ewan, have you done much research on those two?
Yeah, I mean, I've only personally heard of De Souza, really. I know he's more of a box-to-box midfielder, and he's 6'2", is he, or something?
All right, okay, yeah.
Which is obviously a bit of a different option to have in midfield. It's one of them, would he link with Neves, or would he play more, similar style? Yeah. I mean, I'm not too sure. He's 29 as well, so it's one of them.
I think that one, especially the De Souza one, is very like an agent sort of fueled one, because he's out of contract, I think. Their club presidential election is coming up, so I think he's just trying to say, well, look, clubs want me, so if you want to keep me, you better give me a decent contract now. So I'd imagine that's what fuels that. Do you know much of De Arrascaeta? Or?
I don't, to be fair. No,
yeah, I've
no.
seen. Well, I saw a couple of people like in Brazil, especially, really highly. I think is he
Uruguayan,
is he
yeah.
Uruguayan.
He's
and
going
that's
to
it.
the
He's
World
in their
Cup.
World Cup squad,
Yeah.
isn't he? Yeah, that was it. But yeah, he plays in Brazil at the moment, doesn't he? So I think he's pretty highly rated. Matt, do you know much about those?
Only the Uruguayan fella. I'm not even going to try and
Yeah.
pronounce his name. That's a twat. He seems to be a very technical dribbler, similar to the Jota mould, and I believe he plays on the left. So again, it could be going back to what we said before. That player that we're looking for to maybe push Jota for competition. Whether he play ahead of Jota or not, we don't know. We don't know how good he is. We don't know how good the Brazilian league is compared to the Prem. So, it'd be interesting though. I'd like to see him come in. Seems to
Be interesting.
Yeah.
How it goes, yeah. Finn, do you know much?
Not really. That I saw
Okay.
that D'Souza was linked with West Brom, wasn't he, before?
Yeah, last year that was. Yeah,
Looked
yeah,
a bit
yeah.
like
I don't want
a
him.
gangster as well. Looked pretty scary. So if we lose and die, who's a pretty scary guy, you need someone with that fear factor. Then maybe the other guy, I'd never heard of him, but you wouldn't want to get him on the back of your shirt either, would you? Really? What's that? 12,
Expensive.
12 letters, something
Couple
like
of
that.
quid per
50p
letter.
later.
Yeah. Tom, what do
Yeah.
you think?
Yeah, well, in terms of midfield, I think we do need a couple of more options. Well, I don't know whether you're going to throw these names out there as well, Dave, but Andre Gomez and Yaya Toure in the central midfield, I think would be, well, it would certainly add experience and some
I
flair.
saw, well, they've both been linked slightly. I didn't put them on the list only because I wasn't 100% sure what would happen with those. In Toure, I've seen linked with West Ham for a little bit. He says he wants to stay in Prem. I think I'd take Toure.
If we
depending
sign
on-
Yaya Toure, I've got a season ticket with Sailing NL1 if anybody wants it.
Really not. You're not a
Not
fan
a
of
fan.
Toure, then,
He's
Tom?
lazy. He's slow. He's past it. I can't imagine him in the midfield too. He'd be useless.
I just think that they'd bring him on for the last 20 minutes a game.
We can sing the song.
Just to shore things up. Yeah, and we'd have a great song. Yeah.
He doesn't do anything defensively though. He's more offensive minded, but he's lost his legs. Not physically, obviously. That'd have been a
Haven't
tragedy.
got any legs.
But no, and Andre Gomez one was a fake Twitter account as well, weren't he? Trying to some sad.
I wouldn't be surprised though. He really isn't having a good time at Barcelona
No,
at the
he's
moment. And if he
struggling.
does, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see that link come back again. To be fair, as well. Quickly moving on to the last two sort of midfield-minded. Well, I say minded players. We'll quickly touch on Pele. I mean, we've spoken about him before. Matt did the video on the channel as well. Looks like, well, we thought that this deal was almost done, but now it's saying I think it's Braga wanted him off the top of my head in reports in Portugal. Really quick, yes or no if we'd take him. I've seen someone else say that it just in the comments. A few people say they'd rather have him die. But you and Pele, yes or no?
Yeah.
And based on what you know, sort of.
Yeah, I'd
yeah?
say yes.
Matt.
Yeah, and over and die as well because positionally he's awful.
Finn.
Yeah, you wouldn't take both of them. So one of Pele and I'd probably take Pele as well. He'd be good on the back of his shirt.
Pele at Wolves.
Sorry, Pele.
Yeah, give him
That's
number
right.
9.
Yeah.
That'll be the hashtag or something along those lines this time. Something about
Yeah.
on the back of the shirt.
Tom, what do you reckon about Pele?
Yeah, I think I'd take him. I haven't seen much of him, but he seems similar play to Undai, so yeah.
Good. And the final one, he was meant to join Wolves. It seems about 12 years
Still
ago.
is,
How about
mate.
Anderson
Still
Talisca?
He's at the airport.
I've just seen him in
Finley's.
Asda.
Oh mate, he's still on his flight from 2 years ago.
Just buying some
I
golden
mean-
black gazelles and some Sintao.
He's all the people buying him flipping heck. He sees his future still up in the air at the moment. It looked like he was going to United, and then I've seen a few reports saying he's not going there. It still looks like it's Liverpool, maybe, but our name is still being mentioned. Again, a quick yes or no. I'd be surprised. Well, let's see what you say. You and Talisca, what do you reckon?
I mean, he's the man, isn't he? From what we've seen.
Yeah.
I think it'd be interesting. I think he'd play as one of the three rather than a midfielder.
Yeah, that's what I
from
think,
what
yeah.
I've seen of him this season, anyway. Yeah, I saw a lot about the Man United links, and I think that would be a good fit for him there. But you know, anything can happen, as we've proven. I think I'd take him though.
You take him, Matt.
I'd
What do you
definitely
reckon?
take him, but didn't the club president say look higher than Wolverhampton Wanderers?
Yeah,
fucking.
Yeah.
He didn't
I
say
think that was
Wolverhampton
the-
Wanderers. He didn't say that. He said look higher up the table.
Yeah. I think that was the Besiktas one, wasn't it? Rather than the.
We're not even in the
Benfica
table.
one.
How can they? I suppose at the bottom.
We're at the top
alphabetically.
of the one that we're in.
Exactly.
Finn, I'd imagine you take him as well.
Yeah, I'd take him. And also, like with Liverpool, I can't see them with what they've got about 9 midfielders for 3 spots. I can't see
I think
them
they go
going
for
there.
Fekir as well. That'd be more or less.
So unless
the
he played
same
as one
sort
of the
thing,
front
wouldn't it?
3 for Liverpool, which I can't see that. Man United, if he goes there, every creative player seems to die a death.
That is a good point. Yeah.
No, you won't go.
So, I mean, if I was him, in my very biased opinion, come to Wolverhampton, mate. Let's do it.
And Tom,
To be honest, I can't see it happening because of the calibre of teams that he's linked with and for how long he's been linked with us and not come. So I would love him from what I've seen of him, but I can't see it happening.
can't see it happening. All right. Finally, we'll move on to 3 forwards that we've been linked with. Again, if I've missed any players out, do let us know. I'd imagine we'll do a part 2 of this in a few weeks or a few months' time when. Obviously, we're well into the transfer window. We'll leave probably, let's say, the best in quotation marks till last. I'm going to go with one that has been linked a lot over in Turkey, Ahmed Musa. His name has been thrown about a lot with Turkish papers. He was on loan at, off the top of my head, Galatasaray, I think, at one point, or if he is now. But I think he's still contracted to Leicester off the top
It
of
was
my
at
head.
Sifka Moscow, weren't he, this season?
Yeah. Moscow, yeah. 2 in 21 for Leicester when he was there. Very pacey guy, as I'd assume. A lot of we reference FIFA. I'd assume we've all used him or played against him on FIFA as well. Based on what we've got, based on his quality, Ewan, would you take Ahmed Musa?
I think so, but it's one of them. What that Tom said earlier is you take out the position of either Jota or Cavallero, and I think or Costa, and I think what we've got at the moment is, in my opinion, on par. I don't know about anyone else, but in my opinion, on par. It's just that pace. Obviously, he's got a lot of pace to burn. But would I take him? It's one of them. If the price is right, I wouldn't pay over the top for him.
Matt, what do you reckon?
It's difficult because if we do sign a Fobe and say we sign Musa, I'd still want another striker to come in who's better than them. And I don't think Musa and a Fobe are going to want to sit on the bench with each other.
Not both of them, yeah.
But Musa's got, if you brought Musa on with 20 minutes to go to stretch the play, if you're a centre half, seeing him coming on, you think, oh God, So I do like him. Technically not great, but he's got legs for days, hasn't he? So yeah, I'm not too fussed really. Take him if you had to.
Finn.
Yeah, I'm the same. I'd take him for the right price. I think recently he's been playing on the right a lot more than striker as well. So if you've got him on the bench to come on in two of the 3 positions, that could be useful. But yeah, you're not looking at a score a screamer. He's going to be a over the top through ball if we're struggling, like FIFA really. But yeah, I'd probably take him just for the right price.
And Tom.
Yeah, I don't think I would take him, to be honest. I know he didn't have the best of times at Leicester, but he didn't set the world alight there, and I'd rather have somebody who's never played in the Premier League before than somebody who has and has failed relatively.
Yeah.
I'd probably, if we weren't about to confirm or if we said no to a phobia, I think I'd probably be more inclined to say yes. But I'm probably with you on that, Tom. Again, I agree with you. Like, he's very, very quick, and I think that sort of pace could do some damage. But I think other than the pace, he's not the best of footballers. As Matt said, technical ability is very limited anyway. Next player, Abel Hernandez, 36 goals in 99 for Hull, 8 in 10 since he came back from injury this season. Looks like he's going to be leaving on a pre-contract. We've been thrown around a few Premier League teams, high Championship teams. But Ewan, if he were to come in again, I'd assume it would be a backup forward. Would he want to do that?
I wouldn't take him.
No,
I don't think he's. I don't think he's good enough. I mean, I know he's scored a lot of goals for Hull, but I just personally don't think he's good enough. So.
Being honest, the majority of those goals as well were in the Championship.
In the Championship,
I mean, he did score a few in the Prem, but obviously a lot of those are in the Championship. Matt, Abel Hernandez.
Yeah, I'd definitely take him. I know that's unpopular, but I like him. I really like him. I think he's a handful. Again, he wouldn't be our marquee signing, and it depends if we sign a Phobe. If we didn't sign a Phobe, I would definitely take him. Do like him. Again, he's injury prone.
This is
And
what it's all about,
he's on a
though.
free as well, so he'd only be wages.
Yeah, I mean, this is.
He's a proven
all
goal
different
scorer.
opinions, yeah.
I mean, he got 31 in 111 for Palermo, so...
Yeah, for Palermo, he was decent as well, to be fair. Finn, what do you reckon?
Is he like? I thought that injury was a one-off. Is he a injury-prone guy?
Nah,
It was against us, wasn't he? Did he?
Yeah, it was.
Did he do his cruciate or something?
It was against
No,
us,
the
wasn't
injury
it?
that he never really
Achilles.
come back from properly.
Achilles, yeah.
Was it against
Like
us?
burst. Yeah,
Yeah, it was against us.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
was.
right at the start of the season when
That
Neves.
was why they had to sign Dicko.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because he scored, didn't he? Scored against him.
yeah.
Small world, but yeah, I probably would. 18-10's promising. I know, especially coming back from
That
an
was
injury.
when he come back from injury. Yeah.
Yeah, so you look at Costa coming back from an injury. It's took him a while. So if that's not full Abel Hernandez, then maybe you take a risk on him, especially on a free. If Hull had said 10 million, you can have him. I'd sort of maybe not, but
I
you're just
think he'd
paying
be happy
wages.
being a backup in the Prem as well.
Yeah,
I think it'd be interesting to see how Hull would have done if he didn't come back as well. Because
Yeah.
I think he, not only him, I think they had a couple of players to
Didn't they
thank.
score like
but-
the most, like fifth most goals in the league or something like
Yeah.
that?
Yeah, they were
Yeah.
weird season they had.
Really?
Yeah.
No way. I didn't really.
yeah.
that's-
Loads of their
that's
games
goal
were like
difference ridiculous.
5-3.
No, didn't they have one game though towards the end of the season, which was like 5-5.
Yeah.
Yeah,
they did
Bristol.
Bristol
Was it
City,
Bristol? Yeah.
Yeah.
That Harry Wilson scored like
Ridiculous.
2 free kicks.
Yeah.
Oh, is it Harry
Baller.
Wilson as well? Yeah, Tom, what do you reckon about Abel Hernandez?
I think I would take him as well. Purely looking at his stats here, 36 goals for Hull in 99 games. So he's consistent from as Matt just said there, with Pomero scoring 31 in 111. So he's consistently scoring one goal in every 3 games, which we haven't had a striker who can do that for such a long time. So I'd get him in purely on the basis that the injury last season does worry me quite a bit, because whether he's lost pace or anything like that worries me a bit. But I think it'd be good competition for a Phobie, because there are no other strikers at the club, assuming Bonatini's gone. So yeah, I don't think there's any harm, and he did very well for me on FIFA when I signed him in my career mode.
Well, Abel Hernandez, I think again I'd probably take him as long as he's happy enough to sort of be second, third choice. He obviously knows where the net is. It'll be an interesting one. And finally, we move on to the marquee player, Mr. Andre Silva. This rumour doesn't seem to want to go away as well.
Please never go away.
Rumoured to be in between sort of 27 or 25 and 35 million. Good record for Portugal. I think he scored the other night as well in their pre-season. Their sort of friendly pre-World Cup. 12 in 21 for Portugal. He did score 10 last season for AC Milan, albeit 8 were in the Europa League. He only scored 2 in the league. Ewan, it's a lot of money. It'd be obviously smash the walls transfer record, but Andre Silva, would he be your big man for next season to grab the goals?
Well, I met him last year actually, and throw that one out there.
Sorry,
Yeah.
you just dropped something there.
No way.
I did.
Wait,
a
what
few
did you actually?
walls. I did a few keep ups with him. Yeah, it was good fun. He's got a
Man,
very
yes.
good first touch.
Wait, how's that not in your bio?
I was with. It was with Icardi as well. It was quite good. Anyway,
You said Carly then.
Icardi.
Disney Channel reunion. Nickelodeon, whatever it is.
I don't know. I think yes, I'd take him. Obviously, he struggled this year at AC. However, before that, he was banging him in, wasn't he?
Yeah.
I think in the right team, I do think he'd flourish. I think he'd do really well. So I'd definitely. I mean, I don't think any of us are going to say no to Andre Silva, are they? So I don't know.
Yeah.
I'd
Matt.
definitely take him, but I think he said today that he wants to leave. He misses the sun and the beaches, which if he comes to Wolverhampton being the most landlocked county in the whole of England. So.
Has he seen Techno Point?
Yeah.
Build him a beach. Build him a bit. Just
Exactly. Yeah, I'd love to see him at Molyneux, but again, don't know if that'll happen. I hope he does though.
Finn?
yeah, literally, if we could sign one player this summer, it'd be him. Just everything. I saw Sky Sports were reporting it a few days ago, saying that Wolves had turned down an offer of George Mendes, saying have him for 31 million. I was fuming if that's true. Literally, I just want him through the door.
No way.
And I saw like his Instagram post with the gold and black boots, and I'm hook, line, and sinker. I just need him.
Tom, Silva, the man for you, the marquee man.
I think he's a little bit similar to Renato Sanchez in a way that his career's not on track at the moment, and that that all come to Wolves because we've got lots of Portuguese players, and that might help you out. I don't know, because is he in the World Cup squad for them?
Yeah. He's their main player, more or less. Obviously, alongside
apart from that Cristiano break,
somebody else,
the greatest of all time.
Yeah. I think it'd be interesting to see how he gets on there, and if he. I don't know. I haven't seen enough of him to make a really good opinion.
I think if Wolves were to want to sign him, I think they need to try and get it done as soon as, because they can't wait for the World Cup. As you say, I saw a Portuguese journalist or reporter say that alongside Ronaldo, Andre Silva is the most important player Portugal have got. And as we saw in the Champions League final, not that Ronaldo didn't turn up, but if they do need a goal, it's going to more than likely be Andre Silva, the man that's going to turn up to grab the goal. So, if Wolves want to get it done, they need to try and get it done as soon as, or early as possible, or get it sorted before the World Cup kicks off. But let us know your thoughts, guys. Comment section down below. Obviously, we've mentioned a few players. What opinions do you agree and disagree with? Don't be too horrible. But you guys have been pretty good in the comments before.
Mate, sell me. Sell me.
Whoever said self-in.
Self-in, that's it. But quickly touching on Andre Silva, probably a loan deal maybe from AC Milan with a future fee. I think that's been rumoured a little bit.
I'd be happy with
that.
Also, I forgot to say.
There is one more player that you've missed, Dave. There was odds given on Sky Bet on Sunday morning for Cristiano Ronaldo. I don't know if you've heard of him. 50 to 1.
Did you see the first reply to that when I put that on the Talking Wolves Twitter? I don't want him. He's too old and he'll cost too much. What are you on about, man?
Mate, get it back in
If that was ever an option.
I mean, like I said, who is he coming in to replace?
Oh God.
Here we go. I think that calls it on this video anyway. Make sure you go and check us all out on our links down below. Obviously all our Twitters and YouTube channels for those who have got them. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. If we haven't already hit it, we're extremely close to 1,000 subscribers, so thanks for all the support, and I'm sure you'll see us all very, very soon for another video here on Talking Wolves. But until next time, goodbye guys.